Hey, what's going on out there, everyone? Hey, welcome to the 24-hour Bosses special Creators Juice episode on tonight. I want to welcome you to this session on tonight. We have a great show, a great guest lined up for you today. I want to welcome all of you that are watching right now. Hey there, Mr. Micah. How you doing? Appreciate you joining us on today. Of course, this is the show where we talk about creators, content, talk about podcasting, talk about technology, and also we'll bring on great guests, which I have today. If you're watching this video, wherever you're watching this video, I'm going to ask that you like it, share it, also comment as we dive into this discussion tonight. If you got questions for our guest, I want you to put them in the chat because she is definitely a wealth of information that can help us all. So I want to say, please put your comments in the chat, and we'll definitely try to get to those comments. But again, I want to say welcome to this episode tonight, and appreciate you joining. If this is your first time here, I want to say, please follow us. We're on Facebook, Instagram. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we appreciate it in advance. Thank you so much. And so I want to go ahead and get ready to welcome our guest today. Of course, our guest today is Faith Lee. She's in Singapore, and she's a mom of three. She started blogging in early 2018 with the objective of earning a side income after she had her third child. Currently today, Faith has successfully built an online business making 5 figures monthly. And she sells like courses, PLR or private label rights, printables, which I'll have her talk about that. Also, she has coaching programs, all while working from home, caring for her 3 children. So I want to say, and please help me welcome my guest today from Singapore, Miss Faith Lee. Welcome to
Hello.
24
Hi,
Hour
hi,
Boss.
Brian. Hello. Good evening to you. Good morning to me
Yes,
because it's morning on my end of the world.
that's right. It is morning over there. Can y'all believe that she's thousands of miles away? It is Tuesday morning over there. Isn't that crazy that we can actually
You're
talk with
speaking
people?
to the future.
Speaking to the future. But yes, Faith, welcome. I want to say I appreciate you joining me on today. And thank you for your time. I know you are a busy woman, but I want to say I appreciate you being here today. Of course, we have a lot to talk about and a lot to address on today, but I know you can tackle it. And so that's why I got you here to help tackle this. So, Miss Faith,
Yeah.
for my first question for you, of course, I love to ask my guests a fun fact about themselves. But of course, since you're in Singapore, maybe you can talk about Singapore and your family and all of that good stuff for a fun fact about you.
Okay, so I am born and bred in Singapore. I've got three kids, two boys and a girl. We just came back from our family vacation. We went to Korea. We spent 10 days there, and it's really nice to just be able to, not worry about work for a while, spend time with our loved ones, because after all, this is what we are doing the online business for, right? So that we are able to step back from work when we want to and spend quality time with our loved ones. And well, even though I'm in purple, my favorite color is pink. Fun facts: I love coffee, but I've been trying to cut back down on sugar intake, and that is taking away some joy in my coffee drinking. But
Oh no.
for the sake of better health, yeah. So I
Yes.
like pink and I like coffee.
She likes pink. She likes coffee. All right. How old are your kids, Faith?
10, 8, and 6.
10, 8, and 6. All right. That sounds like a ball of joy and a ball of fun to have those three.
That sounds like a handful and stressful sometimes.
Oh yes, I know all about it. Favorite color is pink. See, you know what? I read that, Faith, that your favorite color is pink. I don't know if you can notice, but underneath your name, I made yours pink. I did the pink for you,
Oh
just for you.
yeah, you're
Yes,
right. Thank
just for you.
you.
I saw that you love pinks. I said, you know what? We're gonna do a little accent color for Faith. Put a little
Oh,
pink out
that's
there
so
for her.
sweet of you.
Yes. All right. So wonderful, Faith. All right. So Faith, I want you to talk about, as we discussed, like your name, because I know some people say Faith. Wow, that's an interesting name, Faith Lee. That is an interesting name. But of course, just talking with you, of course, I know that is not your original name. So tell us the story about your name and like how it was kind of challenging for you, I guess, in some circles, and you felt kind of insecure in regards to your name.
Okay, so um, I gave myself the name Faith for the purpose of my business. My parents gave me a Chinese name, right? I'm Chinese in race. I'm Singaporean Chinese. My original birth name is Xuanwei, Xuanwei. That's what we call Hanyu Pinyin, the English pronunciation of a Chinese name. And when I first started blogging in 2018, I was reading a lot about how mostly American bloggers, American moms with young kids, they started blogging and they managed to make a living out of it, having a side income, earning ranging from a couple of $100s to a couple of $1,000s a month. And that was huge to me. So I really wanted to do something like that. I was really hoping that I could also, in the comfort of my own home, make some money online. So that was my motivation. And I tried to join various Facebook groups to try to connect with other bloggers. And it's very common for such Facebook groups to have like share threads or people to ask questions, and you kind of respond if it's down your alley, right? Or you have related articles to share, you can go ahead and share that. So that was what I was doing. But well, my Facebook page or my Facebook profile still reflects my original name. So people, and I have an Asian face, right? So there were a few times where I actually felt, unfortunately, like I was discriminated against, because even as I was replying to those threads with answers that I am comfortable with answering, with helping, there were people who just came back with like pretty rude remarks, as
Mm.
if I didn't know what I was talking about because my name was Chinese, it wasn't English, and because maybe that's how they thought I couldn't speak English or I didn't actually understand. So it was tough. It was pretty sad. So most of the time I would be lurking in the background just trying to see what's going on and trying to absorb as much as possible. I really wanted to contribute because I feel that there are things that I am capable of contributing, but unfortunately people who don't know me judged me based on the name they saw on my Facebook. Okay, so it was only until 2020, so that's like 2 years after I started blogging, that I finally felt like people were appreciating me for who I am, the work I do, and not so much for my skin color or for my original name. So in between, of course, I knew that I was targeting people in the US, because I was starting to create printables, homeschool printables for homeschool moms. So I knew that my target audience is actually in the US. So in order to make it easier for people to remember my name or call me, or to just read out my name, right? my main objective was for me to be more relatable to my target audience, and therefore I decided to pick a name for myself. And at one point in time, I wanted to come up with a domain name called Faithfully, like Lee. So it sounds
Mm,
cheesy because that's my last name. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna stick with Faith, and it stuck. Yeah, so that's it.
mm. Wow, that is a interesting, remarkable story. But even I guess even with your challenges that you face, you felt discriminated against in regards to your name. I like to see that, or I love to see that you didn't let those challenges stop you from getting where you're at today. And I think that's inspirational in itself that you didn't allow that those things to stop you. And I think that's something that we all probably face. I mean, some of us may have faced some of the discriminations, but I guess when you're goal minded and oriented, and you just got to continue to move forward.
Yeah, yeah. I think in a certain way, I mean, there is a competitive streak in me. So there was a part of me that I thought, well, I got to do something,
Yeah.
it's not fair to just judge me because you don't know me. It's not fair to judge me based on my profile picture or my name, but I really feel that there is something that I could give to my audience when I find the right audience. So,
Yes.
yeah, so whatever challenges you're facing with right now, or if you have gone through a similar situation as I did, stick with what you're doing and just try to cut out those noises and find people who believe in you and who can appreciate you for who you are.
Yes. I agree. Totally. Great advice. All right. Hey, looks like we got some people saying hello, Faith. Hello, Miss Faith. You may have to help me with some
Hello.
of these names, Faith. We got Meridell, Manila,
Hello, Maridel.
Mabilligan. And also we have, okay, I don't know. You have to help me with this one, Faith. I guess that is that one we.
Sorry,
I
that's
was
me.
saying that that's you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's you. Okay, I'm sorry. But all
No
right.
worries.
So okay, I want to talk about like how you got where you're at because your story, of course, you were in pursuit of a medical career. You were trying to be a doctor. I think you even tried to be a pharmacist, but it was actually you failing or maybe feeling defeated in those pursuits to where you got to where you're at. So kind of talk about like how you got from pursuing a medical career to where you're at now.
So I was a nerd in school. I studied really hard, and I really wanted to be a doctor back when I was younger. So I got all the grades, and I at the point of application for college, I went for the interview. There were two rounds to it. There was one round of interview, and there was one round of written exam for the medical school, in order to get us into the medical school. So I failed. I didn't get in there, and I put my second choice as dentistry. So I thought, yeah, I failed that too. And unfortunately, I landed on my third option, which was being a pharmacist, and that was really unexpected. At age 18 back then, that was like the greatest failure that I had in my life. Okay, at age 18, you have
Really?
to think of have you see it from a different perspective, right? Not
Yeah.
now, but like 20
Right.
years ago when I didn't get into medical school because that was all I wanted. That was what I was studying so hard for, and I got all the
Mhm.
grades and I was like, why? Like my parents used to tell me that, well, if you study hard, you get the grades, you will be able to get what you want, that at least that's what most Asian families do in the past, I
Mhm.
think. Okay, that was what I
Mhm.
experienced. So when I didn't get into medical school, when I got into pharmacy, which was not what I've expected at all, I was really, really upset. My other passion, apart from studying, is is singing. I love to sing.
Really?
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, so
Okay.
so then when I got into university, my first thought was like, bah, no more studying for me because for all the years that I put in effort to study so hard, I didn't get into a course that I wanted to get in. So I'm not going to study hard anymore. That was my thought when I went into university, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna. So I joined a singing competition, and then the finalists got invited to join like an artist management company where they sent us for training. We did training for singing, vocal trainings, and dancing trainings. And then from then on, I was doing like gigs. I skipped lectures to do gigs and stuff like that. So I was really like a rebel in university. And unfortunately, I wanted to be a pop singer, and that didn't happen too. So, but that's another story. So anyway, so it was a series of failures. So
Oh
not
my.
being a doctor, not being a
Mm.
singer, and then after that, I landed a job as a financial services consultant after I graduated. So I became an insurance agent, right? I didn't want to get stuck to a desk. So I became an insurance agent before I met my then husband, I mean, my then boyfriend. And then basically we got married, and then I wanted to have kids as soon as possible. And then my life was just dedicated to taking care of my kids. So at age 20, how old was I? At age 28, okay, I have two kids and mediocre income from my act as an insurance agent, and I didn't have any income, any savings to myself. Whatever I had was put into the house, put into the wedding, was put into my kids. So, and then when my third child came along, it was even harder for me to go out to look for clients for my insurance business. And I thought, well, I really need to make something work. And therefore, I started looking for different ways to make an income online in the comfort of my own home, because my main role and priority is still to take care of my three young kids. So that was how the blogging journey started. And um, and it didn't happen fast. And I also encountered objections from my husband. We had like a major quarrel because what he
Oh
saw
no.
was me spending a lot of time on a computer, not getting any results, right? I would stay up late, like past 1, 2 a.m. after everybody's asleep so that I could work on my blog. But there wasn't results. In the first couple of months, we had a huge quarrel. He was upset that I was spending so much time without getting any results. He said some hurtful stuff. I tossed aside my blog for 2 to 3 months, but there was this nagging feeling that I can do this. I got to do this because I have read about other mom bloggers in similar situations as I was making real money online. So I thought to myself, no, I've got to make this work, because if I have to stay home, this is the only thing I can do online at home to make some money. So I really, really, really wanted to make things work. So I started sneaking again, staying
Uh-oh.
up, working on my blog. Of course, my husband knew. Of course, my husband knew, right?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
I guess he just saw, and he just let me be. So finally, so I started my blog in 2018 February. I started making my first dollar, which was 25 US dollars on the 1st of January 2019, selling a planner I created for moms. And then after that, it was just a couple of $100 a month, which was nothing to shout out about, but it was something that I created from scratch, right? And then in the middle of 2020, I had a breakthrough, and I finally made more than $1,000 in a month, and business has been growing on since. And right now, and October 2022, which was last year, my husband quit his job to join his friend at a startup because my income replaced his day job's income.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah. So of course now he would say things like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you." But
No
I
more
have
fights.
I have his full support now. We just
Mm.
moved house 6 months ago, and I have a small corner to myself, my little office, because previously I was just working on my laptop anywhere that I could, right? On
Right.
in my bedroom, on the dining, at the sitting area. That was, whatever works, whatever situation you are at now. If you don't have any fancy equipment, all you need is a laptop, or all you need is an iPad, something that allows you to create something that allows you to write content, to send emails, and that's good enough. So as you build your business, hopefully you can upgrade your systems or your equipment along the way. But yeah, so I think we all start from zero. If you have a day job that can help you invest in your online business, that would be great. But even then, with whatever that you have, with whatever that you can afford, you can still start. You can still start an online business. You can still start a blog, and you can still start selling something. yeah, we all start somewhere. So start small and
Mm.
most importantly, get started.
Most of all, get started. Wow, that is awesome. So now you have your husband's support after after failing so much.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what? We talked. I had my wife on last week, and I had we talked about the importance of spousal support. So had her on. So now you have his support, which is awesome, wonderful. But hey, for all of those that are just joining, I'm talking with Faith Lee. She is in Singapore. It's Tuesday morning there. But as you just heard her say, she tried to be a doctor. She failed at it. She tried to be a singer, pop star, failed at it. And she just continued to work on her niche, which was blogging. Uh, and she admitted, she said she failed. It didn't come overnight. And I think that's an important point you make, Faith, is that success doesn't happen overnight. I think a lot of people jump into this. They think, hey, yeah, once I get my Facebook page, my website, and all of that, the people are just gonna come. And many times that's not the case. Is that right, Faith?
Unfortunately, no.
It doesn't happen overnight. But man, I'm so glad that you were able to overcome those hurdles, those obstacles, because I know you said you felt so defeated after not getting into medical school. I know that was probably bad for you. I know, but man, I'm glad you have overcome that. And of course, I have you on here now to talk about your success and how you continue to be success. Hey, CE Davis, appreciate you being here, sir. But so okay, now let's talk about how you because now you're at a place where you are successful. You're creating these digital products and all of those type of things. So now let's talk about how you help other entrepreneurs become successful, and maybe you can add some thoughts to that, like how you can help them, and how maybe those that that may be blogging or that may be interested in creating digital products, things like that, how they can also start out maybe as a side hustle, but they can also maybe get some income from like what you do.
Okay, okay. So, I think first and foremost, if you want to make money, I know it sounds very like duh, but if you want to make money, you got to sell something. You have to be selling something in order to make money, right? So I think one thing to remember is that it's okay to sell something. For some reason, maybe because of our own personal experiences with nasty sales people, we might have a negative connotation of selling, right? But as long as you're creating products, as long as you're promoting something that's actually truly helpful to your target audience, selling becomes helping your people and adding value to their lives. Okay. So that's one thing. Um, I said that because when I first started blogging, I thought as long as I put some blog posts out there, Google is going to send me traffic and I'm going to start making ad money, right? Ad income. But well, that didn't happen. My email list got stuck at 16 for like a good 6 months and they were all my friends. So I thought, okay, well, my friends are not going to start paying me money. I better reach out to the millions out there, the rest of the
Hmm.
world. And I wanted to sell something. So I started creating digital products, simple products. My very first digital products was a planner, a mom planner, like daily planners, weekly planners, budget planners into a mega life planner catered for moms. And I created that in Excel. Excel, guys,
Excel.
like,
Mm.
yeah, it's free because I already have it on my computer, right? So I
Right.
created that on Excel and I sold it and I sold something for $25 USD. So, and that came way before my ad income came because if you're a bit familiar with the concept of search engine optimization, SEO, Google traffic and stuff like that, in order to make sufficient money to cover for cost or to actually make you feel good enough, you need massive traffic in order to start earning decent ad income, right? So that takes time to build up content on your website, on your blog, and stuff like that. Even for YouTube, even for TikTok, you need to create sufficient content to bring in enough traffic in order to start making money. So that is definitely a possible way of making money online, but that would probably take a longer time. Then, if you were to create a simple digital product that you can sell And boom, right away, one sale could get you like $25 or even more than that, depending on what you sell, right? So I am a strong believer of creating digital products and selling digital products. Yeah, because it's through digital
Awesome.
products that I sell that brings me my breakthrough of earning more than $1,000 in a month. It wasn't at advertisements. Yeah. So I have a YouTube channel that teaches people how to use Canva to create simple digital products. I love creating printables, like kids printables, things, digital planners, like with hyperlink tabs. These are actually trending. These are actually this is stuff that people will buy. If you're not sure what people will buy, just do a quick search, do a quick Google search, do a quick search on Etsy, right? I think most people are familiar with Etsy,
Hmm.
Etsy.com. They sell crafts, they sell digital planners, they sell Canva templates, social media templates, and stuff like that. So when in doubt, just Google, just search, okay? Just search and see if, oh, is this selling? Like if I want to create a digital budget planner, do you think there's demand? Well, just search on Etsy. If people are selling well, there is demand, right? So it's very simple. And I've got, so my best performing YouTube video is teaching people how to create a digital planner. It runs for about an hour, but if you follow through the entire video, you can actually create a digital planner on your own in Canva using the Canva free account. So you've got free resources like these. My YouTube channel is free. You've got many other different free resources that you can get access to and start creating something simple, right? If you
Hmm.
are a faith-based creator, you can be creating a Bible journal and you can create it as a digital journal with hyperlink tabs, right? You can link them, right? Or you can just create a printable Bible journal. You can create a printable bookmark, stuff like that. Simple stuff they can do on Canva. You don't even have to do Excel because Canva is so much better than Excel in terms of design. So make use of all these free resources and start creating something that will be helpful to your audience so that you can sell them something and you can make money from that. Of course, if you want to make ad income, go ahead, work on SEO. But to me, those are two different paths. You can have both of them. It's just that the strategies are very different. Does
Wow.
that make sense?
Yeah, that is some awesome information. And I want to say to those that are watching, of course, if you're watching for the first time, please share this video. Also, comment. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel, 24 Hour Boss. But talking with Faith Lee of Faith Biz Academy, of course, we're talking about building an online store or making money online. And so, Faith, I got a question. I'm going to get to some of these comments that are on here, but I got a question. Now, you mentioned Etsy, so somebody may say, "I don't have a website. What can I do?" So, would you say somebody can start with Etsy versus actually maybe starting with a website, or what are your thoughts on that?
You can definitely start with Etsy, especially if you feel that technical stuff is like, technology is not your friend, right? So the easiest way to get started is Etsy. The way I see it, if you hop onto my channel, pick any Canva tutorial that shows you how to create an actual product. Most of my tutorials show you how to create an actual product. If you follow through, you can have an actual product at the end of the tutorial. So what you can do is you can have that printable product and then you can upload it onto Etsy. You can start selling. You don't have to worry about SEO. You don't have to worry about spending a lot of time or money setting up a store because it's so easy to get started on Etsy. So I think the simplest way to get started would be to set up a shop on Etsy. Okay.
Mm,
Almost zero capital. Of course, you have to pay like listing fees, but that is really, really, it's like a couple of cents. It's really little as compared to, like, of course, if you're thinking about setting up a brick and mortar shop, right? It's different. So Etsy is a great way to get started, but I love having my own website
correct.
because as much as Etsy does the hard work of driving traffic to your store, you are you don't own your Etsy shop, right? There are
Correct.
times where we have heard horror stories where people's shops get closed for whatever reason. So you
Yes,
don't fully own your shop when you go to platforms like Etsy.
that's a
Whereas
good
if you
point.
have your own website, you own it. You can collect email addresses. You can spend time nurturing your subscribers. Yeah, and you have full control of your business. So that would be the better way, by recommendation. But if you want to get started, like I said just now, the whole thing is about getting started, right? So, what
Correct.
is the fastest and easiest way to get started? Etsy would be the
Yeah.
fastest and easiest. But ultimately, my recommendation to all my clients would be to have your own website so that you own your shopfront. You own a place where you can actually say, this is my business, this is where you go to if you want to find out more about my products and services. Yeah.
Correct. That's a great point. That's a great point you make, and that's why I wanted to bring that up because I think, like you said, Etsy is probably the best way for those that maybe don't have experience with websites and they just want to get ramped up quick. Etsy is the best way, but like you said, you do need a website because, like you said, you don't own it. It's even with social media. It's like social media pages are great, but we don't own them. They own them, and they shut it down, or if it gets shut down for whatever reason, you may have trouble. You may not be able to reach your clients. So just weigh it out. But you give great advice there. So excellent advice. All right, I want to get to some of these comments that are coming in. So Michael Filmer says, you will never lose your faith in your own life. Awesome. I like that. All right. C.E. Davis, he's a blogger, by the way. He has his own blog. He has a faith-based blog. He says, I need some digital products. Yes, you do, sir. She mentioned you can make a planner, you can make a bookmarks, you can make she mentioned like a faith-based Bible type stuff, but I know she definitely had some great ideas for you on that. And was this Miss Sanctified said Canva is a great resource for sure. That is awesome. Yes, it is. And actually, Faith, I gotta mention too again. I think I told you this before in our conversation. That's how I found you. I was watching one of your YouTube videos. I think it was how to make a I think it was some type of planner, but it was a great video. I mean, you explained everything well. It was to the point, and I was able to create that planner after watching that video. I mean, I was able to create that planner. I think it was like 25 minutes, but it was a great planner. And I think that's one of the great things about you, Faith. I saw this in another interview. You genuinely like to help people. You can see it in your character. You like to help people. I think I told you that before. You have the perfect name, of course, Faith. So I mean, what else can we ask for, right? But that's how I met you. How I watched one of your tutorials, and I'm gonna say that again. Hey, Faith, and I'm gonna share your information, of course, at the end of this. But she does have some great tutorials for those that need to get started or want to get started in this. So she has some great tutorials. All right, some more comments here. Let's see. This is Mr. Michael Phillips. He says, I think I do have to speak app. I don't have a website. Okay, yes, you can start with Etsy, Michael Flemings. If you don't have a website, you can get to that down the road. And let's see, Latasha Hill. Hey, that's my wife. She says, great information. Canva is wonderful. She's just starting to use Canva and seeing how great it is. C. Davis says, you're talking good, Faith. You're talking good, Faith.
Thank you.
Good points. I was wondering if it was worth the while to get a website. And actually, Miss Sanctified, she has a micro school, a tutorial micro school. So I know she could probably use some advice as well with making digital products. So and I like to, Faith, and I want you to go ahead and talk about it again. You said it is okay to sell. I think that is a problem with sometimes us. We're afraid to sell. We're afraid to put ourselves out there. I saw you did mention too that most of the people that was in your group immediately were friends, and I think many times friends don't buy. Sometimes friends don't buy. Some do. There are some friends that will support, but in most cases, friends won't be those ones to actually sell. So you got to be able to figure out your target audience. So maybe you can help us. How can we find our target audience out there? Or how can we find our target audience, Faith?
Well, you first have to have a clear idea of who your target audience is, right? So I think the most common mistake that I come across, or even me when I first started, is that we want to appeal to everybody because there are millions and millions, billions of people on earth, and we think that we want to appeal to as many people as we can. But that's actually, I would say, is a common mistake, because what you want to do is appeal to a very specific target audience. The example I like to give is that there was this lady whom I was working with, and she said that she wanted to start a health sorry, a lifestyle blog, and her target audience are females age 18 to 99. And I was like, no, that's way too
Mm,
wide, because yes, female, yes, health, lifestyle, people are concerned about health. But imagine the 18-year-old would have very different health concerns to a 25-year-old, to a 35-year-old, to a 45-year-old, right? So when we try to be so broad, we're actually not appealing to anybody. And you actually want to, but one thing to note is that ultimately you can have various groups of audience that you want to target at. However, as you start, especially when you don't really have a strong foundation of your business first, you have to focus on one specific group of audience. Okay, and more often than not, we realize that that particular target audience is similar to us,
mm,
right? So, like when I started, I was appealing to moms with young kids, which was me, right? Or rather, 2 years ago, the me 2 years ago. So then I have experience with taking care of babies, and now I can share my experience with you. So, chances are you're going to realize that your target audience could be you 3 to 5 years ago, because now you have the experience and the expertise to share your information and your experience with that target audience. And try to be as specific as possible, because like I mentioned, even like between 18 and 35 female, they have very different concerns when it comes to health, right? When it comes to budget, they also have different affordability, because the 35-year-old, if she's been working for the last 10 years, she's going to be able to afford pricier products and services than the 18-year-old. So all these factors will matter, which is why even just looking at the age and age range, you want to be as narrow down as possible. Okay, so the idea is you want to be specific on who your target audience is, understand what the problems are, and therefore create products that fit the needs of your audience. Okay, so it comes with understanding who your target audience is, because like if when I run coaching programs, whether it's my one-to-one or a group coaching 3-month intensive program, we always start with working on our target audience first, because that builds the foundation of your business.
mm. Okay. Hey, excellent advice. Wonderful. All right. That is awesome. And let me ask also too, Faith, in regards uh to digital products. So you mentioned you mentioned planners, you mentioned creating bookmarks. I guess maybe you can throw out some other ideas as far as digital products. I know you have quite a bit of. I mean, I think I read you have over like 100 digital products on your website. But maybe you can throw out some ideas as far as maybe some other digital products that people can create.
Okay, so I sell a range of templates most of the time. Okay, so previously I used to create, like I mentioned just now, homeschool resource printables for homeschool moms. My target audience were moms trying to have resources that they can print out to help their preschool kids, right? So I created kids activities like I Spy, letter tracing, uh, puzzles where they can cut, and print out and stuff like that. So that would be the range of kids related printables, even coloring pages. And then right now, my main business is on selling templates. So just now, Brian mentioned PLR is actually private label rights templates. In other words, it's commercial use templates. So if I I have already done up the printables, for example, 30-day self-care planner, right? With daily prompts and stuff like that. It is done up, is ready for sale. But you buy it from me as an editable Canva template. You can either just download everything as PDF and then start selling on your shop, or you can make modifications. Like maybe you don't like the floral designs I've input, you want to make it more minimalist, you can remove those graphics or add your own graphics that fit your brand colors and stuff like that, and then sell the final product. So what it does is, instead of starting from scratch, you now have a template to work with, and therefore you can create digital products much faster and easier, okay, without getting so stressed up, because it affects your profitability. Imagine if you spend weeks to create a digital product and then you sell
Hmm.
it at $10. It's going to take you a lot more time to recoup the time investment, right? Whereas
Yes.
if you pay a little bit of money to get templates, you can sell your products in a shorter time. So yes, we have PLR for books for planners. We have PLR for KDP books, coloring books, digital planners, even like templates, right? If, for example, if you're a blogger talking about blogging, selling to other bloggers, social media templates could be something you can sell too, right? So there are so many different types of planners. Ebooks, my favorites would be checklists. Checklists are one of the easiest things to create. The other thing is undated monthly calendars. You have a table, people can use it to plan out their month. If you don't want to have it dated, it means it's evergreen, can use it every year, over and over again. So that's the beauty of it, also creating it once and selling it over and over again in the years ahead.
Wow. Awesome. And like you said, it could be a time saver. Like with the products you have, your products, people can buy those products from you, but then they can make them their own, put their own branding in it, put their own pictures in it, and edit it, create it, and it'll look like it's yours, but you can sell it on your site with your own branding. And like you said, you save time, and you have an excellent, awesome product that people will buy from you. So for those that are interested, like I said, you have to check out Faith's site. She has hundreds of digital products, PLR, private label rights products that are there that you can download, planners, and the list goes on and on. But you can get them from her site and edit it how you want. That's what's amazing, and that's why I want to bring her on, because she has some great products to sell that you can purchase, and like I said, make your own, and you can sell them on your own site and make your own coins. So who wouldn't want to do that, right? I mean, while we're in business, right? Not just to, of course, we're not just to make money, but I mean, you do want to be rewarded for your work. So not only that, you want to solve problems. So you can solve somebody's problem. You can use a digital product to do that. All right. So you mentioned Canva, Faith. Is there any other maybe applications that maybe we can use, or maybe any tools, advice you can give us? Because I love Canva. I use it all the time. I mean, it's one of my go-tos. I use it daily. But is there anything else out there that maybe you can give us some insight on?
I have definitely also created printables using PowerPoint, but so PowerPoint is a great way to get started, especially if you already have PowerPoint. But I think most of us do not know that we can use PowerPoint to create like digital planners and printables, right? So you're trying to learn how to maximize the different features within PowerPoint. So I've definitely used PowerPoint too. But I would say my favorite is still Canva, because it's free, it's easy, even for the non-designer, right? If you're a complete beginner, it's so easy. And there's so many resources out there, not just my own YouTube channel, but also so many other resources out there that talks about Canva. So I think Canva is still the best way to get started, especially because you can get started for free. Yeah.
Correct. I agree. I have no arguments against that. I love Canva. It's awesome and amazing. Okay, so also, Faith, you are also a coach. I want you to talk about that, because there may be somebody that they some people are not tech savvy, and they look at Canva and it's like it's a nightmare. I look at the screen, it's like, okay, I don't even know where to begin. But you're a coach too, so you also are a coach, and you can help people that may need help. So maybe you can talk about like the coaching services that you offer.
So I have several courses that teach you on designing with Canva, how to design your own printables, your digital products. I also focus a lot on email marketing, because that is how I drive my sales, through emails, right? So it's about collecting email addresses, nurturing the relationship with your subscribers, and sending regular newsletters. So I have courses that teach you do that. I also have coaching programs where I basically guide my clients in their process of building their online business. So I am not tech savvy, in all honesty. I love using Canva, and I love teaching people how to use Canva, but I'm not I wouldn't say I'm a very techie person. So when people come to me for coaching, is really to help them. But I think what I'm really good at is helping them crystallize their thoughts. Most of my clients come to me with so many ideas. It's a mess in their head. So I help them crystallize things. I help them pull out important information, what they want to do, what they're good at, and then map out a plan, an actionable plan what is step one to do, what is the next step after step one, what is step two, step three, and so on, so that they can have a very methodical way of building their online business. So that's what I'm good at. I'm good at crystallizing your thoughts, giving people, breaking down complex ideas or structures into simple step-by-step methods so that it becomes much more doable.
Yeah. Hey, all we need is a little faith. Faith will calm us down. Coach us through. Come on, Faith. All right. That's awesome. I love that. Hey, this has been great. All right. So, again, for those watching, we're talking with Faith Lee, Faith Biz Academy. She helps entrepreneurs start their own online business. Also, she's a coach, business coach, so she can help you in many different ways. So, again, if you're watching for the first time, please like the video, share it, and please subscribe to the channel. Okay, Faith, do you love surprises?
If they're good.
Well, that's good.
Now, don't we all?
Yes. Well, I got some surprise questions for you.
Okay.
All right. So our first surprise question. Okay, Faith, if you could go back in time and do things all over, would you go to the medical career route, or would you go with being the online boss and PLR queen that you are today?
I'm not the queen, though. I'm not. But I would definitely pick the letter. I am really happy right now. Yeah, because I am in control of my time. I don't have to work late nights. If I'm a doctor in the hospital, I probably have to do night shifts and stuff like that, right? So I might earn a lot more money as a doctor, but I'm happy where I am now. It was nothing, none of this was planned. Okay, I didn't grow up thinking I want to be an online entrepreneur. I didn't grow up thinking that, but I am really glad it happened. Yeah, and I can be around. I can be fully present for my kids. I can be the main caregiver for my kids, chauffeuring them around, attending excursions with them and stuff like that. And I can be the main caregiver while still making a decent income. So definitely still this path. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. And for those that didn't hear the early start of our conversation, Faith, she tried to be a doctor. She tried to be a pop star. None of those worked out for her. She failed at them, and she felt like a failure, But look at her now. She is doing awesome now. So that's good that you're happy now. All right. So next surprise question. Faith, if you could write a book about your life, what would that title be?
I might use the cheesy faithfully. FAITHFULLEE.
Faithfully?
Yeah, I know it sounds cheesy, right? But yeah.
But it has meaning, though. That does have meaning. I mean, it has lots of meaning for you, of course. Your name and, your last name. But faithful, you've been faithful. And, of course, faith has carried you on this far. So it's pretty, I'm sure it'll be a good book. But all right. Awesome. I love that title.
Have a better title, I think.
Okay. Well, we'll wait for you to write it, and I'll just keep in touch. And when you get the book, we'll definitely share it with our audience as well. All right. So last surprise question, Faith. Okay, you gotta help answer this question. Because this one starts a lot of fights. I'll say that. Not bad fights, but it does. The world, I would say, is divided between these two. Okay, Team iPhone or Team Samsung? Faith.
Oh, come on, iPhone.
Ooh. iPhone.
All the way. I have never used a Samsung before.
Never used a Samsung.
Nope. There was a time where it was Motorola. Familiar? Nokia,
yeah.
Motorola.
Oh, yeah,
I used those, but I've never used the Samsung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I had I think I have it. I had a phone.
iPhone. I've got iPhone. I've got iPads. I've got.
Yeah. I got my first. This is my first smartphone right here. It's a T-Mobile. Man, what was this? Some kind of T-Mobile. Oh, T-Mobile It's the Fender version.
Oh my goodness!
Look at that. Look how small that is.
That is so retro.
Yeah, that's real retro.
Oh, but wait, are people unhappy with me now? Are they unhappy with me now?
We got some. We got a lot of iPhones heads, and we
I've
have we
got
have some
iPhone, I've
Samsungs
got the
too.
Apple Watch, I've got the iPad, I've got a MacBook, I've got an iMac.
Faith has it all. My goodness. Listen,
Sorry,
Faith has it
guys.
all. Look at this. C.E. Davis, he got the crying emoji. Oh no, Faith.
Oh,
iPhone and Apple Watch, says Michael Flemings. Man.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, who's it? Miss Sanctified says boo. Oh man.
You just
And
made
look,
me an enemy of half of the people here.
I know, right? But look at this, Faith. This is my wife right here. She says, I knew that Faith was
Mwah,
my
mwah, mwah,
friend.
mwah, Mrs. Hill.
My goodness. But yes. All right. So hey, thank you so much, Faith, for answering that question. So for those that have a problem with it, listen, if you got a problem with Faith and her iPhone, you're gonna have to go to Singapore and talk to her about that. All right. It's Tuesday morning there.
Yeah, try to
No, you
find me. I'm in the future.
that's right. She's in the future. It's Tuesday morning there. But no, you'll be fine. No, you'll be fine. That's just one of my last surprise questions that I ask everybody. I think it's actually split between all the guests that I've had. I think it's like come down
Really?
even. Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. I mean, you might have actually broke the tie though. Maybe I'll have to go back and look and see. But anyway, hey, you answered that, Faith. We appreciate you. Appreciate you answering that question. Team iPhone, Team Samsung. Okay, so
Thank
Faith.
you.
So you mentioned like digital products. Of course, we look at your story. You come from failure. You felt bad, from, the different things that you've experienced. So there are still people out there that doubt their abilities, that doubt, they can, doubt even they can create digital products, sell digital products, and like you said, no, this is not a get rich. Yes, you got to put some work into it. But for those people that maybe doubt themselves, do you believe that with the right mindset, anybody can like do what you do, create digital products, all of these PLR products? Do you believe with the right mindset, anybody can do this?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Because I think what is important is that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to look at people who have done it, achieved it, and all you have to do is repeat their steps, right? Of course, even if you are selling Canva templates, even if you are creating the same, even if you're creating a YouTube channel teaching people how to use Canva, which is what I do, right? And there's so many other people out there creating videos on Canva tutorials, but because you are who you are, you're still going to be able to appeal to a different set of audience. People who like me may not like somebody else, and people who like somebody else might not like me, right? So we appeal to people who like us for who we are. And therefore, you don't really have to reinvent the wheel. Don't get worried that, oh, there are already so many people teaching Canva. Can I still teach on Canva? Yes, you can, because that's how I started. I'm not the first person to create Canva tutorials, but I have still managed to gain a decent following because of the way I teach, and because of, there's going to be FOMO anyway, right? Like even like Pinterest, like even SEO, there's so many people teaching on the same topic. So don't reinvent, but just make use of your unique expertise and how your unique personality will appeal to certain groups of audience. And if people don't gel with you, then too bad for them. It doesn't matter. You just have to focus on people whom you can connect with. So yeah, so as long, because I just want to like repeat the part about how my husband
Yeah, go
was
ahead.
objecting this
Go
whole
ahead.
online business, but I just basically clung on to the fact that if other moms could do it, I could do it too. If somebody else has done it, you can do the same. And all you have to do is bring in your own unique personality, your own unique experience, and just put in your heart to creating content that helps your specific audience. You can do it. Yeah, it's unfortunately it might not be as fast as you think, but with the right resources, which is why I coach with the right guidance, I have definitely helped my clients achieve success way faster than I did. Yeah,
Hmm.
but once again, make do with what you have. If budget is of concern, look for free tutorials, look for free templates, things that you can start getting your hands on without breaking the bank, right? But
Right.
once again, just get started. Just get started with something.
Just get started. Yeah. I think sometimes, yeah, we allow those different things to hinder us from doing what we can do. Like you said, there's free things out there, and you know, But I like that. Yes. T. Davis says not reinvention, but repetition. Excellent advice. Appreciate you adding your thoughts. Okay, so Faith, I know you, like I said, you're a coach. You offer different products, all that kind of stuff. I know you also have a promotion that you're running right now. So maybe you can share some information about the promotion details that you have going right now.
So for the rest of the month of June, I'm running 40% discount on a huge number of my courses, which will help you with designing, affiliate marketing, email marketing. And if you spend over $100, this is a special bonus. You can actually have a day of Voxer using the free Voxer mobile messaging app. And you can contact me. You can send me text messages, audio messages on 10th of July. That is a bonus service if you spend more than $100 on my courses in the month of June. So over Voxer on that day, you can send me unlimited messages. You can ask me any questions on running an online business, and I will give you that one-to-one consultation.
Awesome. That is awesome. And sometimes we need that. Sometimes, we got questions and, we need to be coached. So that is awesome that you actually offer those opportunities. Like I said, she has plenty of digital products that you can just download yourself if you don't need any coaching. But for those that may need some coaching and all that, she also is available or making herself available for those that are interested. Hey, Just Teach, appreciate you joining, sir. Call to be different. Thank you, sir. God bless you too. And Just Teach says that is amazing advice. And I'm going to, in the details of this information, which I'll post after we're done here, but I'll put a link to her site and to her promotion as well in the details of this on Facebook and YouTube. So for those interested, you can go back and jump on that. So, man, this has been great, Faith. I certainly appreciate you. Let's see, brother Micah says, God know who we are in this passing moment. God is with you. God will never let you go without God calling us to be. I enjoy the conversation and video chat. Thank you, Micah, for adding your thoughts. That is awesome. That is nice, sir. Appreciate you adding that. Well, Faith, I appreciate you joining me today. Like I said today, hey, y'all, it's the future for Faith. It's Tuesday morning there, and she elected to join me today. Our last time we tried to meet, she got a little sick, but I'm glad she was able to be here today with us today. Faith, I appreciate you sharing your time with us today. How can people connect with you?
Well, the easiest way would be to go to my website, faithsbizacademy.com. You are also more than welcome to join my Facebook group. And we've got a very engaging community. You can ask me questions over there. You can also go to my YouTube channel to watch my free Canva tutorials. So I think that would be the easiest way to get started. For free. Yeah.
For free.
Free resources.
For free, the easiest way. Free. Who can't beat free? We can't be free, y'all. Free is awesome and amazing. So she has free things available too. She has great tutorials. Like I said, she's on YouTube. She also has a Facebook group. So you can find her there. I'm going to also put all that information in the details of this chat. Faith, listen, you have been amazing today. You have helped many of us today. I need this myself. So I'll definitely be in contact with you. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Faith Lee.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Brian.
Yes, ma'am. This has been awesome and amazing. I want to wish you the best and more success in life and with your Faith Business Academy. I'll definitely be in touch. Maybe I can have you on again and maybe you can share some more insight and information with us. Hey, maybe after you write that book, we can have you on and talk about your book that you write. Faithfully.
Thank you.
But I appreciate you being on. Hey, hang on for me, Faith, and we're going to get ready to wrap this up. All right, hey, everybody. Hey, I want to say I thank you all for the excellent comments and you all chiming in, giving your thoughts, giving just your insight and commenting and just encouraging Faith. Appreciate you all joining. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a blessed week and a blessed day. Thank you so much.